bitch, you're my wife.
Keep it PG, Jack.
Hello, and welcome back to Let's Drone Out. Tonight you are joined by my darling wife.
Bonjour.
Back for today only.
I might make next week. You never know.
You never know. My good friend Cole.
Howdy.
And today's guest is Eric Konasty.
Hey, how's it going?
And I'm Brighton to Life Fly. Hello, and let's start the show. How is everyone?
Good.
All good?
Enjoying
Fantastic.
the spring weather.
Yeah. Luckily, I think Cole got away with the little mistake that was made about daylight savings.
Yeah, that was my bad. I didn't know it was daylight savings, and then
Well, you guys don't have that in Canada, right?
we do. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
We went back an hour, I guess, like a couple days ago.
Yeah, I think it's. I think the whole thing's kind of dumb in general.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but sure, more daylight, cool.
So you stay at work longer. You.
Yeah, there's no curry tonight. He decided he's like gone out to celebrate something with his daughter, and Stephen is skiing, I believe.
Nice.
So you guys have like a
man.
full, like 5 guys usually.
Yeah, it's like that burger chain restaurant, you know, and the special sauce.
Yeah, big group
Yeah,
there.
big circle jerk,
Yeah.
free milkshakes, refills.
Where's that effect, Eric?
Yeah, I know.
What's the most we've had on here? About 11, isn't it? It was a full house on Google when we used to do it on Google, and we used to have to swap people out when we do a big show. It was,
Sorry, you're out of here.
you're out.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
one.
you're out.
There was a hot seat. So, we got Eric Konasty on. He's like one of the hosts of the Team Failsafe podcast.
What podcast is that?
It's your
I didn't
podcast,
even know
isn't
they do that one still.
it? Do they? Well, you've been. Well, I mean, like you.
I'm just
you
kidding.
streamed.
We just don't do it enough. Like we're bad at it.
Are you not very regular then? Because we're like clockwork, give or
No,
take.
we
a
are
few
not
minutes.
very regular. We are not on a period schedule.
Need more fiber.
Is that where you
that's
just?
how I think we should change a little bit, Jack. We should do it a bit like that.
We're just like all over the place. Like, you know, Ruben's always ready to go. Don't get me wrong. Ruben could go 24/7,
He's
7
like
days a week.
Viagra.
He's at home, chilling all the time, pretty much. He could go whenever. It's just me and Steele have the kind of the more messed up schedules that when, you know, one of us is available, the other one's not, or vice versa or something.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Are you? Are you still doing stuff for ethics and like
Of
product?
course, man. It's my company with Steele, so I got to.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Can't just bounce. Well, I mean, I could bounce, I guess, but that'd be shameful.
Yeah. No, I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I
Gotta keep that motor running, man.
Yeah, it's good, man. Because like, I haven't kept up with most of what you're doing. I watched you on Droney's Life podcast, and you were really good there. And you became friends with Aries, and you were like modern warfaring and whatnot, and shooting people in the face. Teenagers.
Yeah, I think
Quick scopes.
I kind of like stopped uploading YouTube videos for about like a year and a half ish, kind of. So I think that's like kind of what threw me out of the loop with like, say, people knowing exactly like what was going on. But yeah, I haven't stopped flying. I've been flying like nonstop, but I just got really busy doing a lot of production work and everything, and stuff like that. That was kind of like, you know, it wasn't like 100% taking up the time for me doing YouTube videos, but like my brain wasn't there. My brain was trying to figure out a transition from like moving from like my normal things I was doing to try and just focus on 100% drone stuff and make just drone stuff work. So YouTube kind of took to the side a little bit. And I just focused on trying to make that stuff work and just, you know, doing stuff with ethics and stuff like that. And then, now I'm in a place where like I know where everything's kind of at for the most part. And I could go back to doing YouTube videos and stuff. So that's why, like, lately in the past like couple of weeks, I've been posting again. And you guys got that sweet screenshot that Cole got from my recent one there. And that's kind of like where I'm at right now. Is just trying to do. I mean, it's tough, but like, you know, you can make anything work. Basically, you just keep working at it. So.
Yeah, because it was like 10 days since your update, like the carbon fiber and titanium drone. Is that right?
Yeah. I need to get something uploaded probably for like this week. We'll see. Right now, I'm just getting everything ready. We're gonna go on a little beach vacation here next week with the kids. So.
Are you taking the camper van?
Yeah, taking the camper van.
Nice, man. Yeah, how did that build go? Because like I think. I can't remember if you did finish uploading, but you were like kicking out all the wood and the power.
No, I didn't finish uploading. I got so busy with work, and then like I needed to finish that thing because it's like so I built that van out, really modular. I'm always like I love modular stuff. I'm really like addicted to having things like that, and nothing is really how do you say it like built in that van. So everything's on some sort of either like L track, like L track or E track, kind of like what you see in airplanes that they lock the seats in. You can move them in and out.
T track, isn't it?
There's also T track. Also, there's a couple different styles, but it's something similar to that. And so that way, it's like the bed section can. Like you could have like a full size bed in there if you want. I could have shelves in there if I want for work, like workbenches for when I go out on a production shoot. I could have like one side be a bed, one side be a workbench. I have the storage on the top that I can move everywhere. Everything's modular. I could like take out storage, bring in storage.
That's cool.
Even setting up like I have the toilet in there, everything too. Like I could remove that whole unit out if I want and put it in.
I'm so
just completely custom as you go.
As I go, depending on what I'm doing. I'm like, hey, I have a drone job this week. Okay, I need like some extra room for like, maybe some bigger drones or some equipment. Move these things around, lock everything in, and then I need like my work table and a place to sleep at, like if I get there early in the morning or something. So
that's sick. That's handy.
That's really cool. If Jack had a van like that, he would weld his toilet in there. He literally
welded in and out.
Just permanently.
Oh, it's a permanent one. Yeah, see, I didn't want anything
in.
permanent, and I wanted to reduce as much like actual like cutting into the van as possible too, because then you have to deal with like sealants and stuff and all this other crap, and a lot of it's not needed. And I'm in like Southern California for the most part, and our weather is usually pretty good. So, I didn't want to do too much.
Seen rust? Do you know what that is?
Like... Oh yeah, I mean we're by the beach, so you get rust.
So you get
really?
Sea salt.
The sea salt will rust stuff out. Like if you are looking for a car, look for a car, like a used car. Usually you look inland. You don't want to buy them from like the beach areas because they're usually like got some rust.
Yeah. Have you ever, like California, I've only ever seen it like on Instagram, whatever. Have you ever had a dash where you just tap it and the dashboard of the vehicle just cracks and blows apart?
Oh, yeah.
The
like
sun,
just the sun dries it. Like the older vehicles are like that. Like a lot of them just had cracks going down the dash and stuff. But most everybody would just use like a dash cover,
Yeah.
And then that would protect it for the whole time. It wouldn't.
The screens and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never because we don't know what sun it is. I mean, me and Tony are like white as fuck. Like we're deficient in so many vitamins, even though he's vegan. We just
I mean, you could get like in a car, I mean, that's why they have like so many like it's against the law to leave like pets and kids in a car, because like here it could get in like, you know, high 100 and like 30 degrees Fahrenheit or something in a car.
Yeah,
man.
Like
Richard,
it's insane.
Yeah, Richard Warwick's wondering if Eric's doing any movie/TV gigs at the moment.
Yeah, I'm always on the TV show SWAT for CBS. That's like a current gig, so I'm like forever basically. I film for that show. That's basically like what keeps me busy every month, every week, or every other week or something.
I've never seen it. Is it
I
like?
just saw it on Netflix the other day, actually, with
Shamar Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I was like scrolling through Netflix and I saw that's really cool. I didn't know you were working on that. Nice.
I don't think we get that here.
You could on demand it, I think, anywhere basically. I think it's on demand, like YouTube TV or on what are those other ones?
We don't have Hulu.
Hulu, I think.
No, we don't get any
like
of that.
Yeah,
No.
but a lot of those like
North
streaming
America.
type of services should have it like on there.
We get Netflix and it's like pretty locked.
Yeah, but yeah, for the most part, I mean, you know, you see FPV stuff or like some sort of like, you know, you're like, oh, that's a drone shot on the show SWAT, and that's like
I'm always shouting at my TV or film if there's a film or TV shot. I'm like, drone shot, FPV shot, just shout
Is it real or is it a drama?
It's like action drama.
Okay, cool. No worries. Because I was like,
do you remember the old movie SWAT, like the original movie? No.
Yep.
It's based off that movie. Is it the TV show is?
Oh, okay, no worries. Because I was like, Eric's just like flying quads into teenagers' bedrooms who like streaming and they've been swatted by someone's
like streaming, getting swatted streaming. Yeah, no, this is this is a SWAT team, like police SWAT team stuff.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
Eric, you're talking the SWAT movie. You're talking about the one with like Samuel L. Jackson, LL Cool J, and those guys, right? Yeah, nice.
No, it's a whole. Yeah, I think there was like 3 of them or
legit,
something.
Man.
Like I think there's like 2 or 3, but yeah, just that's like my ongoing current production stuff that I'm doing, and then like I just recently did a thing with Red Bull that just came out on Red Bull Motorsports on their YouTube.
Yeah, that's all your like motocross and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, so that just came out over there. Did that? That was at the Indianapolis Raceway, or like the Brickyard or whatever they call over there. They're going to be doing like a big like Supercross event there, I think, or something's going on over there this week, so they just put that video out. But yeah, I mean, just like whatever kind of comes up. Got something here in like a couple weeks. Some thing I think doing for like an airlines company or something like that.
So what are you shooting with at the moment? What camera? Do people companies still take GoPro shots?
Oh, 100%. Most everything on SWAT on that show is done with a Hero 9 or 10. A lot of stuff's done. Like not even just me flying. I mean, like, you know, they're mounting it on like the guys. They're putting it in cars. They're doing it. Like, there's a lot of GoPros being used out there.
Yeah. For
a lot of different shots. Like GoPro is still. It's still on every set for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's a good little action camera. I mean,
yeah, they're getting
for
really good.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like in our realm, everybody tries to push and show like Komodo's stuff so much that everybody thinks like if it's not Komodo now, it's not cool. Dude, there's still so much I mean, I talk to some guys and they're like, oh, I only shoot with like Komodos now. I'm like, yeah, I mean, because that's like, I guess what you're choosing, or like it happens to be like the directors or whoever you just are working with, like they're on that same hype of Komodos to where, like say a show like SWAT, they're like, dude, we're going to have like, you know, a bunch of crazy action going on and you might just smash that thing. Going through like fireballs, going through this, going through like whatever and everything, and they're like, we don't need to really risk that when we know we could just get the shot with a GoPro and it looks great. Because you have to think a lot of this stuff is like they're cutting clips like every like couple seconds. I mean, like
there's so much
I can't see the difference.
That it's like they're just cutting so fast and everything, and it creates like, more and more action that way. But yeah, I mean, I'll be out there for a full like, whole day shooting, like going through 40 batteries or something, nonstop filming, and then if I go and go back and watch the show, I probably have a total of like 15 seconds like clips time in that show. Like it's great. That's how fast they like cut and like chop it down,
Yeah, I was just having a conversation with somebody about this, about how like the whole sort of like cine lifter hype right now, and I'm like, I mean, for the amount that you use a shot in a production, and how good GoPros are getting, it's like, do you need to use it unless it's like a really specific thing, right? Like,
I mean, I think you need to use it in like certain use areas. Like if I'm doing like a car chase, it's a longer car run shot, diving down everything, we use a Komodo. If I'm doing like inside shots where it's pretty slow, I use like a ducted Komodo rig. I use the GoPros for certain stuff. I've been on shoots where I use the 360 cameras, like kind of like a range of like everything. But like GoPros aren't like off the table. Like they're still being used.
Oh yeah.
Well, they can shoot 100 megabits now, can't they? So, well, the 10 can. I know that.
Can it shoot that high?
Well, it's got like what 5-point-something K,
5.3
like up to like 100,
like that, right?
Like 120 frames per second or something, and like flat, whatever. Like, I mean, an editor is gonna love that. Like,
yeah, I still think they're going to be around for a long time. Hopefully, they'll keep going. We'll get the 11, 12. It's just going to keep going and going.
Yeah, I believe right now they're working on like actually focusing on like a one that'll be for FPV.
So bringing back the session, basically, hopefully.
Some sort of small platform type of thing, like but with like Hero 10 guts, basically.
Nice.
So they should be bringing something back for sure. But
I'm lost.
Yeah, exactly, right.
I've been hoarding Hero 5 sessions, so maybe I should
2.
sell them.
I've got 2 here still.
See, let's see, like right here. I don't know if you could see my screen here.
Yeah,
it's got like some bright. It's got the brightness, but like you could see like let's see what shots are on here.
Down a bit.
There.
Yeah.
Over.
Are we gonna get like copyright striked or whatever?
No, because you're not actually screen capping this. Like I can't see, like that's a drone shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To that front window.
And that was GoPro?
That was GoPro, yeah, because they didn't want us ruining anything in there, like the chandeliers and stuff.
Yeah.
But they were shooting guns.
Yeah, I know.
And then let's see, like
the plaster's way cheaper than
she's just hitting that stuff. See, then these gate things, that's all like CGI'd. It's crazy.
Huh.
Like so much of stuff is like CGI'd. It's so nuts. And then I think this guy does this part, and then this was like I was there all day for that for little
seconds.
clip.
Yeah, that's
and then there's like I think one more clip, like like right here. See, they're like, oh, something's going down at the LA downtown, like whatever crazy museum place. Let's get out there. Oh, hold on.
Oh, ring notification.
Yeah, it'll block it.
Just hack your security system.
And then I think there's like one other clip here.
Man, that guy's facial hair is amazing.
Shamar, I know, it's like perfect, huh?
Like Jesus.
But all of them, look at him. Look at the guy on the right too.
He's like the version 2.0 of like the old.
Where's this part at? Like, I don't even remember where this part was.
I know, like he's like really looking at that phone, and there's nothing on there. Like from a production standpoint, it's literally
calling his mum.
Oh yeah,
screen.
The production stuff's so funny. Like, let me see, go, yeah, and then this part's obviously.
Nice.
And then that's them pulling up.
Baller! Did you actually fly underneath that?
Yeah, that was I flew underneath that thing like 6 times.
Nice.
That is why.
That was a good shot.
if
That's the
any
thing,
of
though,
you,
isn't it? When you're in production, you literally do hours and hours and hours and hours, and then they take it all, and then
that was
they
like a
take
10-hour
much.
day. I was just like there, and then it was like those are the 2 shots that were in there.
oh my god,
Sit
It's
around
like,
all
that was
day.
it. You're
get
like,
those shots,
cool.
yeah.
have
There's
you
another episode. I don't remember what it is. We did like boat chasing. That one was fun. Those were pretty cool.
Well, over the ocean.
We were in like a bay and with like on like some like crazy like multi-million-dollar speedboats.
Was it?
And there was like a hostage situation, and they're like that, and they had the stunt guys jumping from like boat to boat, and like I was like flying like right in under them when they were like jumping over and stuff.
Cool.
Like,
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty fun. I was on a barge, like they had this like little like really fast barge that could keep up with them, and I was just basically like positioning myself against this little wall that was on there to stay steady because we're on the water hauling ass, and they had a big like crane arm like set up off the front of the barge to like film stuff also, and then I was like flying around while they were doing that.
Coming into land quick.
Yeah, they're like, do you need to like what did they call it, like Dramamine or something? I was like, I don't know, man, I'm on a barge, like I could just puke over the side, right? Like, there's no walls or nothing.
So when you're doing those kind of shots, like, is your heart racing?
Kinda, yeah, a little bit. I don't know if it's racing in the factor of like the flying portion of it, or if it's more racing just because I'm just like in a weird situation, like where I'm like, oh fuck, like I need to like keep myself steady and hold myself up. Like,
yeah,
I'm sure that elevates it a little more than the actual flying. Then is like, okay, I could fly this thing if I'm like this. Like, okay, this should be fine.
You have to like adjust your body so you're in a comfortable position where you're like stable, even though everything's like moving around, right? Like,
yeah, and then like you're mentally like you're in the goggles and you're thinking and you're like, hopefully nobody just like bumps me right now, because there's like a bunch of people on there at the same time, like moving around, looking at cameras and this and that. And you're just kind of
because one little bump,
especially when you're over water.
The over water is scary. I've done shots where I'm in a car and I'm just like, I just get so sick so quick. It's horrible.
Yeah, I think cars are a little bit more difficult because like the nice thing with the boat is the guy is usually on the throttle or he's not, right? So it's like when you feel that thing coming off the throttle, you could kind of like just go back and kind of move, like feel it. Even the left and right, like on a boat, it like moves like a little bit more predictable. But like when you're driving with somebody, because even when you're driving with somebody on the normal, you get in one person, they're always like riding the brakes, or you get the guy that's always like he hits the gas and he lets off the gas, hits the gas, lets off the gas, hits the, you know. So you don't get a guy that's like consistently on the gas or consistently not. So usually when I have to do like any type of shots where I'm in a moving vehicle, first thing I do is I sit in the passenger seat, I get comfortable with my radio, I turn to the guy and go, hey, all right, I think we're supposed to be going at least maybe like 45. Just keep it at that. I'm like, don't go on and off the throttle. Don't do like, stay as smooth as possible for me, please. And they're like, okay. I'm like, because that'll just make it way easier for everybody.
Are you flying analog or digital?
On all the production stuff is digital, because we have to send out a link to the video village for the producers and the directors to watch everything. They don't want to see snowy analog.
No.
So what, do you have like a video transmitter hooked out HDMI out of the goggles then?
Yeah, so like it goes from the USB-C from the DJI goggles into a SDI's like HDMI to SDI box. Yeah. And then they take the SDI down to, you know, cable it down to wherever their video village is. So
okay.
Yeah. I mean, on those shoots there's like just wires going everywhere. So it's like, you know, there'll be wires like going down a whole street for like a mile, it seems like. So they could get a signal.
You ever turn up and there's like interference and 5.8 stuff about, and you can't
like there's like the Teradeks, like the big their wireless systems and stuff too. Like I've ran into some issues with that where it's blown out my my digital signal and stuff and things like that. For Crossfire, I never really have an issue.
No.
So
Is anyone else getting that?
yeah, that weird like staticky like yeah that.
Yeah, is that?
Yep. Oh, gone. I don't know what that was.
Who was that?
I have no idea. But
that wasn't me. I haven't moved.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But
maybe it's my AirPods, but no, I still have charge.
Yeah, that was weird.
I didn't get anything.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, so I've had a couple issues with stuff. Explosions will mess you up. That's for sure. With the digital link for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, like you have to time your explosions to like fly through them or like around them because that little like it overheats the unit. Well, I think it overheats the unit really fast.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It gives it like a quick burst of heat. So you either have to like be right before, like like how there's almost like a little shockwave to an explosion of like heat. You either have to be like right before it, which normally you miss a shot, because you're at a little wrong time, or you have to be like a little bit right. The thing happens and then you fly through it. So
yeah,
and it's not every time. Sometimes it hasn't happened, but like it has like I've totally flown through one and I'm like, oh, instantly black. Okay, cool. And I just like I'll remember my surroundings. I'm like, I could fly to the right, and I have like my tech with me and everybody like spot or wherever. I'm like, hey, I'm going to the right. I'm gonna ditch it. And they're like, okay, ditch it like now. And I just ditch it and it just lands and we just go grab it and whatever. That's in a case why sometimes we'll use those GoPro rigs because of that.
Thanks, Numbskull.
We're just gonna light some fire, Eric. Hold on.
Yeah, here's some explosions for you.
Is that like a donation fire?
Yeah, man. We expect to see these
someone donates
on the next.
Jack sets light to himself.
So if you give a donation, you light those?
Yeah.
So like how many do you have if you keep getting donations?
Loads.
Like when do you run out?
We just order more.
No, like right now. So like if everybody just kept spamming $1 or $5 or like what, because that's like not that much, right? That's a cup of coffee. I mean, like if everybody wants to donate like a cup of coffee, which is like nothing.
No,
I want to see you run out of those fucking things.
Yeah. All right, everybody watching, let's go. Let's get these donations.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I just want to see Jack get to a point where he's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I've like that's.
Wait, that's it? You only have 3 more?
Yeah, it's £2.
3 donations, guys. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah. Usually, if someone donates a tenner, I'll just take them all together.
Look, just a cup of coffee. That's all it is.
Yeah, man.
You can do it.
We've had it so Jack can't see. You can't see basically any of his room. You just see Jack and everything's smoke.
Yeah,
that's kind of like
the ball
on
service
YouTube.
Girls.
Since I've been doing the whole transition from like what I was normally doing to like drone stuff on my YouTube page, I put you could do like a kind of like a Patreon in a sense. It's like a join thing now, like a membership on YouTube. And I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool because I don't understand Patreon. Like I just didn't really get Patreon, because you have to like make some like I don't really get the sense of like people are like I'll do a Patreon and I'll post this video to my Patreon people first, and then everyone else could see it like a couple days later, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, why don't you just post it to everybody? Like, in that sense or something. Like, I don't really understand that portion. For me personally, some people it works. I get it. Like me, didn't work. But the YouTube thing, I was like, hey, I'll start this. It's really simple for me to think about that because I was like, I'm going to create content for people anyways. They're already getting free content for the most part on there and everything. But if they enjoy my content and they want me like to help me out with like keep doing everything, they could join. And that's why I made it like, I think something like $4.99. I was like, I see some people make it like $15 or $30. So I'm like, I don't need $30 from you a month.
That's OnlyFans money.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need that much from you like a month. Like for me, it's like, hey, if you're cool with it, like
Eric's getting the clout out.
Throw me a cup of coffee or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, we've just got a donation of 20 quid.
Oh, 20, dude. Light all 3 of those packs up.
So now Jack is taping everything together.
What does he do?
Yeah, you need to light all of them.
Oh God, he's made.
Is that all of them?
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Dude, do you have a smoke alarm in there? Your alarm's gonna go off, man.
It never does.
Yeah, until you tape like all of them together.
He took the batteries out.
Are you in an apartment or a house?
He's in a top floor of a flat, so he'll be all right.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
How long does that last for? Look how bright. Look how bright it got in his whole room when he did that. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're going out. They don't last long.
No, they're I think they're for cakes, them things. Cake decorations.
Oh, really? That's for cakes?
Jack,
it's not like a 4th of July type of sparkler thing.
They're just cake decorations.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, they're suitable for indoor use. We did use outdoor use.
Someone else.
I've got nothing to be on fire. I'm sorry.
Lurgy's just donated.
Those are for cakes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look those
Not
up
when
right
you
now.
tape them all together. Like,
Can you find them on Amazon? What do you call that?
Yeah,
Cake
man.
sparkler?
Fountain.
Cake fountain, cake decoration
fountain. Ice fountain.
Have you got any more? Because we just had another donation.
Nice.
Have another donation. Jack, you're gonna have to
I'm
light
out,
something.
man.
Literally light your hair.
Like,
I can light the box on fire. But...
Yeah, light the box. That's worth it. Thanks, Lurgy.
Thanks, Lurgy.
I think if you look on Amazon, sparklers for cake, it'll show up.
Frank, we need some more cake decorations sent, please.
Frank don't.
Oh yeah,
anymore.
dude. I kind of just want to buy these just so I could like be a pyro once in a while. Just light
I actually have
shit.
I have a bunch of fireworks from.
Cole, light some fireworks.
Light
man,
something.
Yeah.
You're right.
You got something there?
Have you got?
Well, you guys got more
small...
donations, didn't you?
We just.
Oh no, he's got fucking. He's got a fire alarm that goes off all the time.
Yeah. I have like one of those things like the Roman candles. I can't set Roman candles off in here.
Yeah, do a Roman candle right now.
Can you do it on the balcony?
Yeah, dude, right downtown Toronto. Good idea.
Oh yeah, I know.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Turn the lights down, man.
I'm sorry. I'll do it next week. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Man. But see, that's my thing. Like sometimes I'm like, I think people forget. $4.99 goes a long ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might, thanks to Superfly Numbskull and Lurgy, we might even be able to pay the website.
There you go. See,
we need some. If it weren't for the I don't know about you, man, but like, have you noticed like the sort of rise and fall of FPV? Like you were doing it during the massive boom of like.
Yeah, dude, I feel like I've been through every wave just because I've been doing it for like 7 years now or whatever it is.
It's about the same time as us lot, I think.
And I don't know. It just goes in like these different waves. You know what I mean? I mean, like, so like right now, I feel like it's kind of in a different space of like the freestyle wave isn't really there as it used to be. I feel like, because everybody's now trying to like do this whole pro thing of like going pro, whatever that means. And yeah, I think that's where like the space is at. So like everybody's trying to make like some sort of like, Cinelifter or something, or like trying to get jobs and all this stuff doing it. It's kind of like trying to make the like if you build it, they will come type of thing. But like I don't think a lot of people know that like for that portion of it, it's a lot of building and building and building and building before it comes. So yeah, I don't know. I think the hobby section of it, I think it's doing okay, honestly. It's not bad. I think the attention is just different, is what it is. So like, I mean, you see how many ready to flies there are now?
Yeah,
like
it's so much
many
easier to get into now, isn't it?
So many companies have ready to flies and things and like all this stuff to where it's like, obviously they're doing it for a reason because they know people are interested in it and they're buying it up. Like iFlight, like how many of those do you think they sell? They sell like shit tons of ready to flies. Insane amounts. Like every creator wants to have FPV in their shots now or something, like on YouTube or something. Even if they're not like a drone creator, they want to have that look or something like that in their shots. Like, or they want to learn to fly. I mean, I'm always talking to so many different like creators that have nothing to do with FPV, just like with the stuff that I do, like outside of all this, like a lot of those motocross guys and stuff too, and everything. I film with them, and they have their like own editors and filmers out there, and those guys are creators too. And a lot of them have like massive followings and stuff, and all of them are like, dude, I need FPV shots in my stuff. Like, I need to learn to fly. I need to do this. So like everybody knows it now. Before it was like a small group of us, like we had our little, like we were the nerds of like drones, you know. And I still feel like
fucking basement dwellers.
Dude,
mouth breathing, like, sniffing each other. That's how me and Tony,
and so I think it's just more mainstream now to where like it's kind of like spread out everywhere. So you got like, you know, this dude over here, he's just using drones to film whatever it is, and this guy over here is like diehard FPV freestyle guy, and you know, like I think it just spread out, but overall, I think it's still pretty good. It's just that the audience is different now. So
you might be right there.
Yeah, and that's why I can't ever really like put my finger on something now to where it was like, this is how you grow and get big in FPV. This is how you grow your YouTube channel, or like anything. It's like there's no specifics, because before it was like, oh dude, if I like dive like all these buildings, I'll get all the attention and then like everybody will subscribe to me or like whatever. Or if I'm like, you know, doing this crazy ass shit or like in Bali or something or like whatever. Now people see that and they're just like, cool, okay, flip, next one. They just keep scrolling. So I don't know how much of that transfers over to views. There's very few people, I think, that like that blow up. Like It's Ken, you know that guy? It's Ken FPV. Everybody's pretty much like, that guy blew up this like last year. But right place, right time. Started posting a bunch of stuff on TikTok. TikTok was kind of like getting just a lot of stuff. He just pushed everything to that, and like that kind of blew him up. Like amazing pilot, right? Doing crazy like he flies at pretty much, I think he's in Germany maybe or something. And they've like him and a group of guys, like you could tell they fly the same abandoned place, it seems like, or the same like, you know, rotation of abandoned places. And he just, he rips through there every time. And so, you know, TikTok's coming out, people see that and they're like, what? Like, this isn't a video game? This is someone doing it real time? This is fucking nuts. He does like stupid stuff there, and he's so comfortable. You could tell at those places, he knows it in and out, you know, and he could just rip through there. And so it's like, so much of it is timing. So much of it is just like having a passion for something and just like doing it over and over and over. And stuff like that. Like so many guys are like, I'm gonna do FPV, I'm gonna do crazy shit. Oh, nobody liked my stuff. All right, I'm out. Next hobby. You know?
Yeah, you got to be in it for the long haul if you want to actually get results and get better and then get recognition. Because like you said before, it's like you start somewhere, but it's a progression of building up. Like you can't just go from A to superstar overnight.
Yeah, and you can't just think like, you know, I'm gonna buy up all the gear, and since I have all the gear, people are gonna like come to me. Like, no, like you have to work, man.
Yeah. It's not really about the gear. It's about who's using it, right? Like,
yeah,
he goes for it, man. He's
good, right?
Yeah, he's a bando basher. Fair play.
Yeah, he rips. That's what I'm saying. He rips through that. Like there's like a few bandos I see him fly constantly.
That's nice.
I could tell they're like the similar like spots, and he just rips through them, you know. And I could see why. You know, when he started posting a TikTok early on and people saw him ripping through there, they're just like, oh, shit.
He's done that before, hasn't he?
So.
Yeah, see, one of the things, too, is like, if this is in your backyard and you can go there, like, whenever, like, if that's your kind of, like, home base for flying, that's pretty epic.
Yeah, but see, I don't even know, like if that always even matters, too, because, I mean, like, What's that? What other guy like PVED or PEVs or something? I don't know. Something FPV. Like that guy, amazing pilot too.
What is it?
Petavex or something like that. Let me see if I can find him. I just found him not that long ago, and like
Petavex FPV, is that it?
Maybe PVEDX or something like that.
Yeah, hang on.
But I mean that guy takes like
Zero, you're a legend, by the way. He donated. Like,
thank you, Zero. We will.
This guy has been with us for years, man. He's legit.
Okay. Go back to, or you're on his YouTube. Go back to where all his videos are.
Yeah, no worries.
And then go. I'm gonna show you something. See where it says walls too?
Yep. To the fourth.
2 months ago. Go to the right. Up on the first one.
Up left. Yeah.
Right.
Up.
Nope.
Jack.
Can you
me,
read, Jack?
Up one. Up one to the right one.
To right one.
I want a divorce.
There you go.
Sorry.
Okay.
So if people say, I don't have a location to fly. Everybody has this location right here, right? I mean,
not those dance moves though.
Don't tell me you don't have this location. But watch how good he could just make a location like this. Like,
yeah, but that is big walls. We don't have that.
Oh, nice.
But I'm just saying, you could find a little railing like that. You can find one wall.
Yeah.
You don't have, look, this is a corner of a wall that he's just making like
we're
something
an
out
audio
of.
podcast, by the way, so keep talking, man. Say what you see.
Okay. So and it's like, look, see, he's going back through there. That was some pallets they just found in the back that they set up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, back of a Home Depot or something, right?
Back of a Home Depot or something like that. And it goes really, what I like about it, it goes really far back into like how it was when people started skating and stuff too, you know? You just find like one curb, one rail or something, and you could stay there all day and fly and do stuff. And so I think like you don't need something crazy to always do something. I mean, he's flying like a back of basically, like you said, like a Home Depot warehouse area.
That is B&Q for our English listeners.
Yes. Well, it's so true though, because like, I mean, as far as skateboard, I mean, I grew up skateboarding, and I relate FPV to skate or freestyle to skateboarding. It's like it's almost the same thing. It's like, you find a spot, you do your tricks, you rip it up, and it doesn't have to be super elaborate. It doesn't have to be a full skate park. You can still have tons of fun.
Totally. And I think it's just one of those things where it's like you develop your style, your way of doing things, and you just go out and do it. And like either people are gonna like it or people aren't gonna like it. Like that's pretty much how it goes with everybody. I mean, there's like skateboarders that I was like, man, like I don't really like that guy's style. Like I'm not like really into it. But then there's a guy that like maybe lesser known or maybe really known or something. I'm like, dude, I love his style. It's just like just flows different. I think people need to look at that more instead of like trying to chase the views and trying to like make like instant money or something off of it or whatever. Find like a good style of yours, find some stuff, get a good flow going. And then eventually like people are going to see those videos. If you're working hard at it and posting stuff out, people are going to see that. And when they need a pilot or somebody for a job, like, trust me, a lot of these directors and everybody and everything that like hire people for these jobs, a lot of times they want to find something that looks like a pilot that they're like, wow, this guy looks smooth. He looks like he's in control of everything. And, that's what they're looking for in a sense. Yeah. It doesn't have to be like you're just flying epic locations and that's how you're going to get noticed. Yeah, that stuff might help like some people. And you might get a job or something or two out of it, but you should just be going out there and flying every day. Like, dude, I go out and I fly and like I'll pick a bush or something just random, and I try and just center my frame on that constantly. Keep it in frame. Like coming from a dive, keeping it in frame and like go over the top of all these shots that I know I have to do day in, day out on like a job. I practice those things. Yeah, it doesn't really look like much, but for me, I'm like, okay, I need to focus on some of this stuff because when I'm out there on a job or something, I only get like 1 or 2 takes. Like, it's not like their focus isn't drone, like, or anything. Like, you're there to get those couple shots. Yeah. They're like, all right, drone, you're up. You got 2 shots at this. If you don't get it, we're going to the next scene. So you want to be able to land that in the 1 or 2 shots and have them be like, wow, this guy like nailed that shot right away. Like, we're bringing him back next week. and it kind of like goes from there. And not every shot's like going to work that way. Sometimes like it just doesn't. But if you give it 100%, most likely that you give them something usable. And if you go out there and practice every day and you do that stuff and you just post those type of things, then like find what's in your backyard. Like find what's around your area. Like for me, I got lucky too with like the motocross guys out here. It's like perfect for me. Like they're practicing, they need clips for content. I'm like, I need to practice like chasing guys and like you being up in the air and stuff's like perfect and all that stuff. For like, I'll do that for my practice, and then I'll give you the free content and I'll take some free content. So sometimes it's like, if you have that in your backyard, try and just hit those guys up or do something and be like, hey, like, want to trade for free content, whatever, because like that'll help me with like work, basically.
Well, yeah, and one thing I was going to say too is, go ahead, Tony.
No, I was just saying that's really, really good advice. Really good.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because it's one thing to just go out and fly, but if you don't have a subject to like track or practice, it might not be as useful for what you're doing, right, Eric? Like, it's probably nice to have a subject to be able to, try to frame
or like,
and...
or just find some freaking bird flies by, terrorize the shit out of that thing, like try and keep it in frame. Like, totally, that's super hard to do,
Yeah.
Or anything. I mean, like there's so many things, like ways you could do it, or just try flying as low as you can to the freaking ground, man, without crashing. See if you could just do laps in a parking lot, like where you can see your own shadow. Like that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
See how close you could chase your own shadow around, like stuff like all those little skills get your muscle memory really, really good to where you can pretty much do anything. I mean, like look at Steele. His like muscle memory is like super good with what he's doing, like stuff like that. Like it all comes down to like your style, your muscle memory to that style. I mean, you see it with everything, all sports, everything.
Yeah. It's you got to do the repetition to. Yeah.
What did they say? Like 10,000 hours or something like that to be like
perfect something.
Perfect something.
Oh my God, I've got a few to go then.
Yeah, I've got 2,000 hours in shitting and wanking, and that's it. Good luck cutting that out. Good luck cutting that out, editor.
8,000 more to go, Jack. 8,000 more to go.
That'll be done by next week.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just
he's gonna make a song out of that. I guarantee it. It's gonna be a ringtone.
Right. Yeah. So I think it's just one of those things where. I don't know. Like back to your original question, I think like the whole drone scene is still pretty strong. It's just everybody's spread out and going a different direction.
Yeah.
How did you land the? Oh, sorry, Tone. Go on. You go.
No, you go. I was just going to ask him if he's ever done any racing at all.
Like when I first started, I did do a couple races. Yeah, I was doing like. I mean, that's all we really had when we first started. Like, that was the cool thing with drones, right? Like, you're like,
that's how you meet people.
That's how you meet people. Yeah, it was like, I gotta like. There's a drone race over here. There's other guys that do this.
I know. I'm not the only FPVer in the village.
Yeah. So like,
felt like you were coming out.
What we had over here, IDRA races, I think, what it was. International Drone Racing Association, I think is what it was.
Yeah, races was cool. I've got so many friends through FPV now. Like literally, so many good friends through flying. Literally through flying. Well, I went to Florida, and I was like, Google Maps, drop me here. Went to see my friend. Drop me at this park. I'm gonna go here, and then I was just walking with my backpack quad on, and I was like, oh my God, I can hear a quad. Just went over there and just like, I'm from the UK. Can I fly with you? And I'm like, yeah. And we talk to each other all the time.
Where's the yuck?
So cool.
Where's that from in the world?
Yeah, it's so cool. I think that's why it's like it's so cool sometimes to be in like a niche thing that you really like to do. And then like even like with people with like that enjoy like cars or something, they have meetups. It's cool to go to a car meetup because then you can meet other people that like you could talk to about your same passion. Like, you come home and you talk to your wife or something. She's like, yeah, cool. Like she's super stoked you're into it, but it's like you don't want to talk her ear off about that. Like she's not 100% into it. But you go to a car meet and you can talk to one guy that you're just vibing with or something, or like that's why people love like gaming or something. Like at night you plug in with your friends and you're like, it's not just playing the game 100, like most of it is the community of like getting on with your like other buddies and everything and talking and laughing at like stuff,
learning off each other as well, like simple stuff. Hey man,
totally.
have you ever
having someone to call to, or like if you don't know something,
literally
my
this
goggles
guy.
That's your guy, huh?
Oh my god!
I do that with Tommy a lot. With like Tommy, like we're close to each other. We're like in like Steele and them are like Atlanta. You have to fly there and everything. Me and Tommy are driving distance, so it's perfect. So it's like
cool.
When we need to like or share things or something where it's like, hey, like dude, can I borrow this? I have like this job this week or something. It's perfect. But
nice.
Tommy's like my beta flight guy. He's my Josh Bardwell. So
yeah.
Because I fly like Fet Tech or KISS. I've always flown KISS, Fet Tech stuff. I know beta flight stuff. I'm very like I'm not like super educated on it because they're always updating shit. Like I'll be like I'll be solid and updated and like I know everything and I'm good to go. And I go to flash firmware or something and it's like your current configurator needs to be updated, right? And I update it and then I like open it up. I'm like, what the fuck is all
what is all this?
Where did the page go that had everything I needed to?
And then you know like the model is just upside down, yawing to the right violently. You're like calibrate so ACC, it just doesn't do it.
So that's when I'm like, I call Tommy, I'm like, dude, Tommy, what am I looking at? What do I got to do? And he kind of like gives me the quick, tutorial rundown on it. But
like what numbers do I need to put in so the rates don't feel like I'm controlling two sticks in a wet bucket of sand?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, because most of production stuff's always beta flight for the most part. Because we run like all the fail-safe like GPS stuff sometimes on there and things too and whatnot. Beta flight is very good for a lot of things, but for feel, I feel like the way the quad flies and the feel and everything, like the Fet Tech's so good.
Yo, this is our Lord and Master, Andrew /Frank, and he asks, change your topic, back to ethics. What is the MO for the new products? Scattergun samples for many OEMs and commission the ones you like, or start with a machine shop and iterate towards what you want?
Well, I mean, a minimum order, it just depends on factory. So like that's like our that's the last thing we look at. Like I guess like the best timeline, if he's trying to figure out timeline of how a product's made, is in a sense like idea. We figure that out, kind of chat with each other. Usually it's between me, Steele, and Trappy. Chat an idea out. Trappy will then kind of give that rough idea of what we want to engineers in a sense. The engineers kind of either build it out or whatever it may be. It might go straight to like, say it's a textile item like a bag. That will go over there. Like, so they might like engineer wise, the person that's doing like soft goods will lay it out, like we'll tell them like this color, we want a logo, we want like this size of a bag, this is what we want inside, this is what it's for, it needs to have a pocket, it needs to have this. They'll lay it out, do all the rough drafts, and then send that to the factory. Then it goes into like say anything from we have to find out like colors and everything, like find exactly what we want, so we have to go through my mind's blank right now. I want to say swatches, but it's kind of like swatches. What do you call that shit?
little color palettes.
Pantones.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we have to go through all the Pantones and everything, all that stuff, figure out exactly what we want. I mean, this is typical, right? Most companies they kind of operate this way, and then then it goes to they have some samples. They'll send it over to Trappy. Trappy will kind of like we'll do like kind of something like this, little FaceTime type of thing or like whatever. We'll kind of go through everything. Looks cool. Then he'll send them out to us. We can kind of like play with it, see if we like it, and then if it's good, then we go back to the factory and then they let us know like minimums basically. So, and then usually, I mean, for the most part, we're always ordering more than minimums because we got to fulfill distributors. So, if you don't order minimums, then it's not fair to like a distributor saying like, oh well, he ordered like 500 of those bags, he only left me with like 200. I want 500 too. Like he's gonna get the big piece of the pie because he got his order in first. And, like you kind of gotta order more, get everybody, and then like deal with the burden of being like, yo, we need to get these off the shelf because everybody ordered now. There's still a lot. We got to promote, we got to market, stuff like that. But everything moves like in a sense of like like I said, it's all work. You got to market it, do everything, and the good thing is like we have such a good community of pilots and everybody that like our stuff. So, which is nice.
Is there a certain product that you personally worked on that you were like, I'm bringing this out?
I mean, so like all the Cinerat stuff is everything I worked on. All the small motors are everything I've worked on. My motors,
anamorphic lens. As I know you really like that.
No, that's just from that one company, Yolanzi or something like that. Like I don't give a shit about like making an anamorphic lens.
Yeah.
That's like such a small niche to certain people. I just got it because I'm like, oh, anamorphic lens for a GoPro. Like, let's see how this thing looks. This might be kind of cool. It is actually pretty cool. But like that, and then like all the soft goods we all collaborate on, like for the most part. That's like that's like all of our feedback, like between all of us. Steel does all his motors, obviously. I worked pretty heavy on the backpack, and then Steel did too. Steel did like a lot of feedback on that too. Which ones like haven't I like battery bag was all like Steel. That was like his for sure.
Yeah, the ball bag warmer.
Yeah,
that actually has worked out really well in Canada for a lot of us.
I bet. Yeah. I like that battery bag. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of it's like collaborative efforts though, for the most part. There's nothing like where we really like just
build mats. Everyone's screaming build mats.
Oh yeah, build mats. Yeah. I mean, it's just a giant mouse pad basically. It's kind of like what we wanted.
Well, you do it better than Linus Tech Tips because those guys can't get them in stock, right?
Yeah, so this was like definitely collaborative effort. Like we knew we just wanted like a topo map and our logo. That was like it wasn't a whole lot. And the size. We were just like we need it big.
That was an easy job.
Yeah, this one was more of like an easy one. This was just something where like, dude, like this is like
everyone wants this.
No, like most of it isn't even like everybody wants this. It's like we want it. Well, most of our products that we come out with are like,
we just want
dude, like I need this. Like, dude, Steel, we should do this. You know what we don't have? We need this. Like, I need like so and so or something like that. And then we start on a project. That's how most projects like come to fruition. Is something that me and Steel want, and we make it so we could have it because we're like most likely everybody else is like in the same struggle as us, wanting something a little bit better, or like whatever it is. So yeah, a lot of it is our own needs.
Hey man, just quickly because we're almost out of time.
Last
Carolina, yeah, Tone, you read it.
No,
you can read this. Go on.
Caroline says, has Eric tried iNav on a quad?
No, I haven't tried it on a quad. I've only done it on wings. Which it works well. iNav is really good. I like the auto launch feature on there. And the waypoint stuff is like super cool too. It's pretty cool. I feel like it's came a long way. But iNav is cool. In UK, everybody still flies wings a lot, right? I feel like it's not that big out here
we got
anymore.
the whole socks and sandals brigade, man. They
socks and sandals.
Yeah. Oh, you got.
I can picture that. I can picture it.
They have to be white socks.
Yeah. It's the BMFA, the British Model Flying Association, celebrating their first 100 years next month. And they love like balsa wood, the smell of CA glue, dope, and, like not like weed and shit, man. I mean like what is it, dope and something or other.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, all the building supply stuff or whatever. Yeah, I like the. I have the one I've been flying right now is the.
They look at us and go, "You are the devil."
ZOHD, right? ZOHD.
Zod Dart.
Zod or whatever.
ZOHD.
Yeah, I've been flying their.
Zod.
What's it? Is it Dart?
Yeah,
the ZOHD
Dart.
XL. I just know it's the big one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
They're pretty good stuff. They make some nice little
wings. Super easy to build. That's got iNav in it. I use that Maytech F3, I think, or F4 Maytech F4, like the wing controller in there.
405.
Yeah, it's super nice, man. It's like all stable. Everything. You just chuck that thing.
Throw it and it just goes.
It just goes, dude. Like, you don't have to do shit. Take your hands off. You're like, woo!
Caroline's like my club members hate me flying wings and quads. Yeah, they just hey AAA, ain't seen you for a while. Yeah, they just bye Eric. It's been lovely having you on.
Nice, cheers.
He's got like serious artwork and stuff.
He's
brought his Dart.
Yeah, that's the big one.
With his little vortex breakers or whatever they're called.
Yeah, that guy's fun.
Yeah, they're good though.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, like I said, like it's super easy to build. Super easy to build and stuff, and that's what I hated about wings, right? Like, I get a wing from like Ruben had sweep wings and stuff like that. I get a wing from him, and it's like, he sends me a thing. There's like I think 3 pieces of fucking a bunch of spars and like all this shit, and I'm like, fuck, dude, this thing's gonna take me 2 months. Like, I just want to buy this thing now.
No, you glue it together. There's none of this.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta
screwing
cut all this shit and bury them and glue it. And...
I'm the same. I hate it.
I'm like, I ain't got time for that, dude.
The reason I bought a old Dart was literally because I could FPV it, and I'm really
snaps
bad
together,
at line
right?
of sight. Line of sight for me is bad, so I knew I could just throw it in the air, it would go up, start, and then I have time to put my goggles on and then fly it. And
well, apparently, ZOHD has their own little controller thing now, right? Where it does that auto launches and stuff too. I think they have their own like drop-in kit also, which is nice. I haven't tried it. I've only tried like the Maytech boards, but yeah,
and it's all without a computer and everything, right?
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to plug in a computer to theirs too or anything. I think it's just like literally just drop it in, plug all the stuff into it, and it like fucking goes.
Yeah.
I hung out with there's this guy called Sheldon, and he was like all BMFA and like liked wing, and he was like programming the ESC, moving the throttle at certain times.
Oh, wow.
You know how we've got the to calibrate the. Apparently, there's a whole spectrum of like, and the brake on, slow start on, and.
Wow.
Like he's like C-3PO talking to R2-D2, man. That thing beeps at him. He knows what that thing's saying. And I'm like,
that's like
Morse code. It's
I
like
have like a giant. I have a giant. Like a what do you call those sailplanes or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
I have a big ass one of those. It's like I think like 1100 fucking millimeter or something. I don't know. It's fucking big. And I had the what is it? The barometer that's in there that tells you when you're getting the updraft or the barometer, and it was so funny because it would always like, it took me a while. I'm like, yeah, but I was like, what is this beep? Like, what do they mean? Does that mean I'm going down or am I going up? Like, it took me a while to figure it out.
Caroline's just like literally, we must sound like absolute monkeys to her. She must be like...
She's got it down, huh?
Using the throttle to change the ESC settings. I know, like, you used to have like a programmer board and you'd like press buttons and like different LEDs would light up.
I still have the programmer board.
I do, yeah, man.
I still have that thing. You would jump to different little pins on it. It had a little jumpers.
Yeah, buttons, man. Like this is like.
Oh, that's even a newer one.
I had an older
one. I know, like, man, like proper. We're like.
Dude, I have an older one than that where you just would have the little jumpers and you would jump the pins and put your ESC into there and like have to do it that way.
Tony,
freaking nightmare, man.
When he first had a wing, he ran the receiver, the camera, and everything from the 5-volt of like. Remember these giant like?
Yeah, that's the immersion ones. Yeah,
and he was like, I don't know what keeps happening, and I opened it up, and I'm like, you have wired this like a madman.
I still don't understand how we fit all that into mini quads back then.
Yeah, they were massive. Oh, well, yeah.
It weren't just stuff used to hang out the edge like.
And they were like this tall. Yeah. It was like the standoffs were so tall on it.
They're like skyscrapers. Yeah. Anyway, right, that is all we've got time for. Like, thank you, Eric. It really
no problem, man.
Off.
Went by fast because we were having fun. That's all.
You should come back, definitely. If you
can you come back. Can you bring like can you bring like Ruben with you? Like, I'm scared to like invite him on because he's just.
Man, you should have told me today. I could get Ruben on whenever. Ruben's doing right now is probably playing Rust or Overwatch. That's probably like what he's doing.
No worries. Yeah, like I think
he has time for your podcast for sure.
I just need to like chill him out. And did Tommy text you after last week? You know, he bumped you because he was like, oh man, let him know that you're upset with him.
No, I don't even remember what, like, we talk about everything else besides this kind of stuff, I guess. So
fair enough. Anyway, you've been listening to Let's Drone Out, and you've been joined by my darling wife.
Bonjour.
My buddy Cole.
Goodbye.
You done really well, buddy. Did you find it okay? Did you like forget you were on a show and then you were just like talking about camera stuff and?
Yeah, man. This was my
tripod
first...
back there. I can see he's
yeah. This was
my first podcast, actually.
Yeah. Would you believe? Like, you'll be on Team Failsafe soon.
Couple months later, man, he's gonna have those Roman candles going off in there.
Yeah. Take his teas and everything. We've been joined by our special guest, Eric Konasty.
Thanks, guys.
And I've been Brighton Till I Fly. Make sure that you guys give us a big old like, hit the subscribe button, send this podcast to your friends,
and join their YouTube channel.
Yeah,
hit that join button.
No, we don't have a join button.
Yeah, I know. I was saying that so you guys would hit a join button so people could do that.
Yeah, no, join our Patreon, and then we will review your flying videos. On bonus pods. Yep.
See, what you do there? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, we'll find out. Videos. Yeah, we'll find out what Tony's been up to, where he's been, whether he's been underneath Danny's stairs for a change. Like our Instagram poke us on Facebook. Can you still poke people on Facebook?
What are all these names going on the bottom of this thing?
These are all lovely.
They're legends.
Patreons who donate every month so we can.
Oh, that's your Patreon's going by. That's cool. Yeah. How the hell did you do that? Where they like go by?
Like you add it to the ticker. We'll teach you.
Oh.
All right, man. Thank you guys. Good night.
All right, see you guys.
Bye. See ya.